Good morning, y'all. Listen to me. And yes, my eyes is puffy because dad come through and sometimes you don't know, you know? And I was talking to him about some stuff this morning and then my godmother texted me. I was like, are you okay? I'm like, that's weird. I just read your name in my journal. And I was asking God for a specific thing. Crazy. Just know he hears you. If you don't ever believe it today that he hears your prayers, even if you don't say them out loud. He hears, and I'm grateful for that. This office is a wreck, but we just gonna deal with it. Good morning, everybody. And sometimes it will bring you to tears, knowing that he loves you so much and that he listens when no one else does. I'm gonna try not to cry throughout this class, honey, because he is good to y'all, Dean, every day. Even on the days I don't deserve it, he's good, and I'm grateful for that. Very grateful. More than y'all know. Where is my other lip gloss? It's 1,000 of them in here. There we go. How was your holiday? Girl, he'll bring you to tears a lot. Good tears, though, not sad ones. It's crazy. Because he be having so many things to do and you be thinking, dang, can you still hear me? While you keeping people alive and all kind of crazy stuff. Yes. Whew. I'm grateful. Very. I don't know what he gonna do, but I'm grateful for it. You hear me? I don't know how he gonna work it out. That is not my business. I'm just in expectancy to see. You see what I'm saying? I'm expecting something for sure. Listen, you said, it was quiet. You ate a lot of ribs. I slept. I did. I slept. I slept most of the day away. I talked to my kids earlier, and I slept. I slept early, and I slept in the evening. Good. I just saw Texas 25 girls. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to tell you I planted some tomatoes. I need to go get my shoes on. I forgot to say I planted some tomatoes and stuff outside this mini garden, but it's growing. I'm excited. That makes me excited. It's always good to see growth in some way in your life. Give me, I say, let me get my shoes on. Ooh. Right. So I was going through my journal and well, a couple of them, because sometimes when I sometimes he'll just tell me to go pick up my journals and go look through them, and it'd be information and just different things for me right now. That's why I encourage y'all to journal all the time, because some of the stuff you writing is for now, and some of it you're writing for later. You hear me? It's a real thing, right? So I was going through this journal right here, and I ran into this, and the date of this is 9/10/2020. So September the 10th of 2020, right? At 11:39 a.m. Y'all want to hear what I wrote down in September of 2020? Y'all ready? Yeah. Cultivated Lives Foundation. Help with addiction, homeless help, mental health, rental assistance, car assistance, prescription help, clothing assistance, food, showers, mailbox, and parenting help. Is that not everything we do here at WOIU? Literally. In 2020, I said, oh, okay, well, that happened. So then that means that whatever I'm asking for right now is not big, Dad. You could do it. Thank you. He manifested it. He would just tell me to write down stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. Crazy. And there's some other stuff in here too. I was like, dang. I was looking because one of my journals has a dream about walls of water. You hear me? I used to dream about walls of water all the time. And so that's what I went looking for. But I found something else. And then I started talking about something else. And then my godmother texted me. And it was just all aligned. I'm grateful for that. But I have some journal entries. And I got to take my time and go through. Because I don't know which one it is. But it's in the last 9-10 years that I kept having dreams about walls of water. And I have thalassophobia, so those dreams definitely stand out to me, right? I have a fear of deep water. I don't fool with it. So seeing these people talking about 39 foot walls of water and stuff like that down in Texas, it made me think back to my dreams. And the water would be coming so fast, and it was so tall, and I don't swim in deep water, so that's why, again, these dreams stick out to me, right? But the fact that we're having all of these floods and they're coming in very quickly in places that it doesn't normally flood, right? It's doing something to me, right? It's doing something because when I used to wake up out of those dreams, they were so real. I didn't realize that I was watching stuff that was going to be happening. Well, I mean, that's normally how my dreams work. But, of course, at the time, they didn't mean nothing. You hear me? Right? So, looking at it now and seeing flood, 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 and they're coming so quick. Like, it would always be like I turn around and there's the water. You know what I mean? In my dreams. So, seeing it on the news and through the last couple months, watching flood waters and everything, it's a little weird. I'm gonna say that it's a little weird, just a little bit. It really is, and I watched something and I want to share it with y'all because it was a little different, and I watched it a couple times because it's what I used to see in my dreams. And now it's like out of my dreams and it's a little spooky. If they didn't take it down. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all see this? That is what I used to see in my dreams. And now I'm seeing it online. Crazy. Remember when I told you I said I'm just preparing my mind to see fire and burning buildings. This. Did you see how that heat came up? All you did was hear it. That sound like a drone going over your house. Listen. You see how it shook that building? This was yesterday, a day ago. Daily Mail posted that Russia battered Kiev with missiles and drones in an all-night attack just hours after the U.S. President Donald Trump admitted he made no headway with Vladimir Putin in a call between the two presidents yesterday. According to Ukraine's Air Force, They say the air raid alerts lasted more than 8 hours with several waves of attack. 8 hours of that? What you think your nerves gonna be like? You don't think you need to have no headphones for your children? You don't think we gotta be ready to go when you already know that people they don't like us over here? It's about to get real, y'all. You hear me? Everything that we've studied about, everything that we talked about, it is happening. Who remembers me telling y'all the dream when I first got on here? I told y'all I was 21 years old and I was leaving the club and we were walking away from a 7-Eleven and the sun fell to earth and everything went white. And when I woke up, it was all of these white tents with tables on the inside of them, and they was signing people up for the mark, and I started screaming, "Don't take it." And they put me in the room. This is why my cousin used to say, "I'll take an extra large jacket with the belts on it." Who remembers this? What is alligator Alcatraz look like to you? What did the tents in Tennessee look like in West Virginia or wherever? What did they look like to you? Okay. I told y'all when COVID came, it scared me because I saw the beginning of it. And when they had people driving up and digging in their nose, I said, oh no, my dream is coming true. Well, the rest of it is coming true now. The military on the streets, the rights being taken away, the children being separated from their moms and their dads, and the wives and husbands being separated. Good morning. We talked about all of this in 2022. Every day. This big, beautiful bill, everything that we talked about in 2020. Okay. We talked about not being able to leave. We talked about homelessness being against the law. And now he getting ready to get rid of housing or raise people's rent by 50%, 43%. Hello. Hello. People already struggling to buy food. To those of you that did not wait to get your stuff, God told us about all of this. Plenty of people in the medical field is about to lose their jobs. Plenty of people in the school districts are about to lose their jobs. He said, while there's money, while you can work, while you getting food stamps, get as much as you can because in a minute, you're not going to be able to. Things are going to change very drastically. He reiterated that a lot of times during the process of this school being put together. And we are watching it every day. There's nothing that we haven't talked about that is not in the worldwide international news right now. Nothing. Who remembers me? And I just want y'all to see something. Who remembers me telling y'all the main reason I don't like flying? There's a couple reasons. And I told y'all in 2012, me and my two youngest daughters, we flew from the West Coast to the Midwest. And I took pictures in the airport of those silver things that they have you stand behind, where it says zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, zone 6, and so on, right? And I said they are preparing your mind. So thankful that I didn't listen to those who didn't believe you and leave your transparency about everything. Listen, okay? Y'all remember this? And I said they're preparing you. That's the same thing that they did with the Jews before they put them in zones, right? In camps. I said, and that's where the train was going, was to zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. I said, and also those look like firing poles, like where they tie you to the thing and then they just shoot at you. I can't think of what it's called right now. But those, remember I said that it didn't sit well with me. Y'all remember this dream? Y'all remember me? I mean, not the dream. I'm sorry. Y'all remember me telling y'all, because that wasn't a dream. That was real. Like in real life. Okay. Look at this.
Bro. Oh, hell no. Our ass is cooked, bro. Our asses is cooked. They just keep passing bills. They just keep passing shit we can't comprehend. I'm sorry, Nevada, but y'all ain't with us in District 5. And Florida, y'all out of there too. Y'all not with us. Y'all not a part of the South no more. Y'all the ops, for sure now. These are the new 12 districts. I knew the United States wasn't merged, bro. We are not 50 states. So y'all hollering all that we from the South stuff, not no more. The South is Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, man. Stand up, hey, man. Cause nah, bro. What y'all mean? What y'all mean by this? Somebody explain this shit, bro. Y'all not paying attention enough for me.
Did we talk about it? I told y'all about my dream. And I told y'all about the dream, but I had the experience, not the dream. I told y'all about my experience, because that was not a dream. That's when we were flying back. I told y'all, well, basically like a vision, basically. I was there, but he had me pay attention to those things in zone 1 and zone 2 and zone 3. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. This is for when they going to be shipping people places. I told y'all. You said we will be separated and zoned off and restricted. Here we go. You see it. And this is why I was telling y'all to tell all y'all family members, you might not even be able to get to me. You need to have what you need to have in your home, because you might not be able to leave the state. Did we talk about this? Did we? Okay. Miss Rhodes, Miss Crawford, Miss Norman.
Bro, the big bill just passed, bro. The big.
A family member dream confirms this, separated from family in holding places. Yep, it's a real thing. Listen.
Police force in ICE that was just so we got a secret police force in ICE that was just infused with $170 billion, a la the big beautiful budget bill of bullshit yesterday. The Supreme Court last year ruled that the President of the United States cannot be held accountable or liable criminally for official acts. And that very same Supreme Court earlier this year just basically put an end to federal judges being able to enact nationwide injunctions on unlawful executive orders. I'm being so fucking dead ass when I say this, bro. We are in grave danger. Oh my god, y'all don't even understand how bad this shit could get. I've made several videos stating what I'm about to say, but I'm being so fucking dead ass when I say this, bro. We are in grave danger. Oh my god, y'all don't even understand how bad this shit could get. I've made several videos stating what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna do it every day until y'all get the message. You got two choices: lock and load, or get the fuck out of here. Let me say that one more time: lock and load, or get the fuck out of here, bro. Just leave. Do it now while shit is still calm, while the borders are still open. And that go for everybody: white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case might be, because the shit that's finna touch down in 3 or 4 months, oh my God. I saw a video on here that basically said that Trump, whatever the case might be, because the shit that's finna touch down in 3 or 4 months, oh my God. I saw.
That's October. That's October. 3 or 4 months is October, roughly. Because he did this yesterday. I said after August and September, we need to just be ready. That's October. April to October. And April to October is when all the crazy stuff been happening. Ain't it? It started about April. Mm-hmm. The craziness of it all. Oh, okay.
Video on here that basically said that Trump and the administration were able to convince some of the hesitant Republican lawmakers to sign yes on the big beautiful budget bill because he gave them a sneak preview of what was to come as far as executive orders. Trace were able to convince some of the hesitant Republican lawmakers to sign yes on the big beautiful budget bill because he gave them a sneak preview of what was to come as far as executive orders. You better run, don't walk, run to your nearest gun store. Get you everything you need. Buy all that.
Did you hear that? Didn't I tell you they be knowing what is going to happen and they want you to be caught off guard? Did you hear that? They went ahead and signed because they know what's coming in shortly. The next executive orders, they know exactly what's coming. You don't think God told us to be ready ahead of time? He already told us what the executive orders was going to be in 22 and 23 and 24. And the people know, but they don't want the people to know. Tell me every single thing that he told us, no matter how small, y'all. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, good morning. What you think? Just thinking back over our classes, thinking back over all of the scary topics that we talked about. Think about it. The stuff that people said didn't have nothing to do with their salvation and you need to be teaching. No. God told me what to tell them, and I'm just going to keep telling them what he told me. If you don't like it, don't come over here. I don't know what to tell you. For real. Because the people that God sent to me, I want them to be ready. Excuse me. Everything we learned is for right now. It was for then to prepare you to get ready, but it's for right now too. It's for now and later. In real life. For now and for later. And that's why I don't let nobody tell me what God is telling me. No. No, because he don't lie to me. He tells me the truth about what's coming because I don't want to be deceived. Because when you only hear what you want to hear, you're not going to be prepared for what's coming, which means you have to hear the good and the bad. You have to see the scary and the nice. You have to see both. I just shared this with my kids and brothers so they can listen. Listen. We're not done. Y'all remember I showed y'all the journal entry from recently where I told y'all back in like 2015 or something. Excuse me. I was studying about the ring of fire. Y'all remember this? I showed y'all the journal entry the other day where a few years back I was studying about the ring of fire and all the volcanoes. We even did a class about that. We did a class about the volcanoes and all of that, right? Look.
Guys, good morning. Now, quick update on what's happening in Japan. They're actually doing evacuation. I think the island is called the Tokara Island in Japan is now being evacuated. That is the southern section of Japan. Japan is basically a chain of islands, all right? Now, something is happening. They also have a volcanic eruption. Told you this was coming. Volcanic eruption just happened in Japan. They're having basically mass evacuation. I think it's at the Tokara Island. If you're in Japan watching this video and I butcher that word, I am so sorry. It's just kind of hard to the cities are weird. I'm trying to my best to pronounce it as best as possible. So I'm gonna go with this one. The Tokara Island is now being evacuated, and I told you folks this is basically what was headed our way in the month of July, and as I said it's unfolding. I told you between July 2nd and July 4th, we'll give you a preview of what's going to happen within this month, and look what's going on. The grid in Vegas is basically got almost obliterated. Look what happened with that. Japan is now over 1,000 earthquake seismic activity that's happening so far. So it's not looking that good for Japan. They're now evacuating the island.
In the same week that China got floods, Japan had earthquakes and eruptions. Do y'all remember just a couple of weeks ago when we was reading about Asia in the sibling oracles, and it talked about the destruction that was going to come to Asia? Y'all remember? We done talked about Asia a couple of times in the last 3 months. Y'all remember? What's happening in Asia right now? Pakistan village was flooded away a couple of days ago. Okay, that's Asia. Is that not Asia? Pakistan is Asia. Right? Y'all think that's just a coincidence that God had us reading about the destruction that was going to come because they prostituted themselves to the world? Okay. Okay. You remember this day? And it talked about how they was going to have all the merchants and all of this. And remember, we did this class. It ain't even been more than 3 months since we did the first one about Asia. And then we did it again recently. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lady. Yeah, but y'all don't you see it? Every single class we have here. Every single class. That's why I keep telling y'all, that's why I'm on unscripted. If he don't give it to me, I don't want it, because then we won't be prepared for what's coming. You hear me? That's why I don't care when people used to come in here and try to run my class. No. It's already a person that scripts these classes, and it ain't me. And that was real recent too. It was. So God told us what was coming in Asia. He told us what was going to happen. I mean, that's why I just be like, well, Dad, I don't know why you got me reading about this, studying about this, but I'm just going to write it down. I know it's going to mean something in a minute. It's going to mean something. Every single time. It's a real thing. I'm gonna go blow my nose, y'all. I'll be right back. Excuse me. I've been moving stuff around. I did all my laundry except for one load. I'm so grateful. I was able to put all my suitcases and stuff in. I got this. Cause baby, these allergies is real crazy. Y'all seen this before? I'm hoping this helps with my allergies. Cause baby, this whole everyday blowing my nose stuff be too much. And I did not used to have allergies, and I don't want to take allergy medicine because it made me sleepy. So I'm gonna start drinking that tea. And they said you can put like 30 drops in your water or in smoothies, juice, and tea. Y'all use this? For those of you that partake in your meds, it said cleans and detox, so we gonna see. It's a 3-month supply in here, everything. Do y'all use that? It makes the statement history repeats itself. So real, yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. But this is why the Bible tells us to pay attention to. So it's basically melanin, but it's in a it's just like in an oil form, I'm guessing. It says it's melanin, marshmallow root, plantain leaf, organic elderberry, organic orange peel, and organic thyme. So I'm thinking if you have respiratory issues or somebody that has like allergies, I'm thinking because melanin helps with allergies. So I'm thinking all of that, like nasal stuff, because all of that is connected, you know? You know you can rewind, Miss Sharon. I don't know if you know that or not. But you can rewind. It's just a lung cleanse. You can rewind it. Y'all know.
It's in Japan.
Yeah. Y'all. I know. I know. Girl, it's all right. I love y'all. Um. Oh, okay. So because that big beautiful bill is real ugly, I
think a lot of parents might be switching to homeschooling their kids. And if you decide to homeschool your child, here are 3 things you need to know before getting started. Make sure you have a clear vision for what your homeschool environment is going to look like. This should not look like a normal, traditional school setting in public or private school, but something that's going to be accommodating to your student and their needs. Especially if they plan on going to college, going to the workforce, entrepreneurship, make sure those goals are clear. Next thing, understand the homeschool laws. You can go visit the website hslda.org to find out about all the laws in your state. And the last and most important thing is creating a schedule and using the right curriculum. So if you need help with trying to create a schedule, knowing which curriculum will work with your child, then we need to connect. Click on the link in my bio.
I reposted that too. Okay. So just in case they close the schools down, I would definitely go and at least get the material if you're able to, because I'm sure it's probably going to be like a lot of ebooks and stuff like that. I would look into that because are you ready? After I play this video, or while I am playing it, I just want you to say, yes, we did. Okay? Y'all hear me? Yes, we did, if you heard it before. Okay? Y'all hear? Okay.
So we got breaking news coming out of Kerala, India. This morning, the country have reported a Nipah virus outbreak, having hospitalized 2 women, an 18-year-old and a 38-year-old. Unfortunately, the 18-year-old has passed away due to the virus. The government has just issued a stay-at-home order or a mandatory lockdown. I would anticipate that we're going to start hearing more and more about the Nipah virus in the coming days in our own country here in the United States. You guys just keep your head on a swivel, and I will keep you guys up to date with any news that I get as I get it. Appreciate y'all. So we got breaking passed away due to the virus. The government has just issued passed away due to the virus. The government has just issued a stay-at-home order or a mandatory lockdown. I would anticipate that we're going to start hearing more and more about the Nipah virus in the coming days in our own country here in the United States. You guys just keep your head on a swivel, and I will keep you guys up to date with any news that I get.
Yes. Okay. This is the last thing right here.
This video has information from the budget bill about Section 8, anything housing related, homelessness, and LIHEAP. Now, you might want to save this video because there's a ton of information. It's a lot to absorb, and you might want to just enjoy your 4th of July weekend, to be honest. But nonetheless, I have to get through this. There are a lot of people that are interested in.
Please listen very intently for you and your family members, okay? Here we go.
Knowing as soon as possible so that they can prepare and be proactive. Now, I will tell you that there are no start dates specifically on these provisions, okay? I will also tell you the cuts are billions and billions of dollars. This will hurt people. So, like I said, if you can't handle it now, just save this. But please share this information so that everyone can receive the correct information and can prepare themselves for what's to come. Now, overall, there's going to be a 44% cut in HUD programs. That's all HUD programs. However, it's going to hit those that get rental assistance and those in homelessness programs the hardest. Now, let's dig in. I have to get through this as quickly as possible. As you know, I only have 10 minutes to do so with this video. First of all, topic 1, rental assistance. Number 1, funding for rental assistance will be reduced by about 43%. That's $26.7 billion less that HUD will have. That is the Housing and Urban Development. This is really important to understand, okay? With rental assistance programs, the 5 largest federal rental assistance programs will be all consolidated into a state-based formula block grant program, into one program that prioritizes funding for households with elderly individuals and persons with disabilities. So I want to make it clear. If you are elderly, 65 and older, or if you are disabled, don't stress out on anything I'm about to tell you except for LIHEAP. Which 5 programs will be combined? Tenant-based rental assistance, that's the Housing Choice Voucher Program. Project-based rental assistance, public housing, Section 202 housing for the elderly, Section 811 housing for persons with disabilities. All of those 5 programs will be combined together, and the federal funding that states receive will have to be dispersed. They'll receive one chunk of money, right? And they'll have to disperse it between those 5 programs, rental assistance programs. But elderly and disabled will come first. Now, something new, there's going to be a 2-year limit, a 2-year cap on you receiving rental assistance if you are not elderly and you are not disabled. If you are able-bodied, 64 or under, and you are not disabled on disability, you can only receive rental assistance, all of this, any program, for 2 years total. Clearly, they're trying to save money by encouraging individuals to become more independent and less dependent upon rental assistance programs. Now, $25 million for grants for youth aging out of foster care is going to be allocated. This is a housing initiative to help those kids aging out of foster care get on their feet and become independent. Next topic, homelessness assistance. Number 1, $532 million in cuts.
Did it cut off or restart? I had to go put my clothes in the dryer, y'all, and I need to go put my other load in the wash. Did it restart? Because if it didn't, I wanted to keep playing. I had to go put my clothes in the dryer. Okay, good job. Okay.
For overall funding for homelessness assistance grants by eliminating programs that administer long-term assistance to people experiencing homelessness. What do these programs, which programs are included? COC, which is the Continuum of Care program, PSH, which is the Permanent Supportive Housing Program, YHDP, which is the Youth Homelessness Demonstration Program. Now, housing opportunities for persons with AIDS, that's HOPWA, that's also included. National Homeless Data Analysis Project is also included. So all of those programs I just listed under the homelessness assistance topic, eliminated. The Emergency Solutions Grant program will be reformed to provide emergency short and medium assistance for areas of greatest needs, and this assistance will also be limited to 2 years. Next topic, Native American housing. There will be total cuts worth $273 million in this category. Number 1, funding for Indian housing block grants will be reduced by more than 22%. And the Native Hawaii housing block grant programs will be eliminated. Next topic, self-sufficiency. There will be $196 million in cuts. The family self-sufficiency, the Jobs Plus pilot, and the resident opportunity and self-sufficiency programs will all be eliminated. I lost my lighting, sorry. The next topic is fair housing. There will be $60 million in cuts. The Fair Housing Initiatives Program and the National Fair Housing Training Academy will be eliminated. Next topic, rural development and rural housing service. Overall funding for USDA rural housing programs will be reduced by $997 million. What specifically is affected? Rural housing vouchers, single-family direct loans, housing preservation grants, and mutual and self-help housing grants will all be eliminated. Also, home repair grants, multifamily preservation and revitalization, demonstration, and multifamily direct loans will all be limited. The next topic, rural rental assistance. The USDA rental assistance grant contracts.
I know it's not over, but did we talk about all of this in 2022 and 2023? Did we? I told y'all all of the assistance that was around in 2020 was not going to be here when this stuff started to happen. The food stamps was going to go away. The extra everything, all the help, all the everything. God told us, start using what you have. If you get any type of assistance or if they're giving assistance, use it wisely. While you don't have to pay certain things, you need to do certain things. He told us what to do, did he not? He told us, he said, quit blowing your money. Just think, okay, real quick, and then I'll let that finish because I got to go get my coffee. And thank y'all for letting me do my laundry because that's how I get behind. I'll put it in there, be on class with y'all, and don't go get it. But I'm about to quit doing that because I'm tired of my laundry being all piled up. Anyway, God told us what was coming. He told us how to prepare. Just think if you were still spending or living the way that you were prior to coming to the WOIU with your finances, not stocking up, just not really paying attention. And I'm not saying everybody wouldn't, I'm saying, but to the people that didn't, you cannot tell me that you don't think that God was in the midst of you coming to WOIU. He knew that in 2.5, 3 years, everything that we thought was normal was going to be abnormal. It wasn't going to be normal anymore. You said, yes, we did. And the sad part is that now when you talk to anyone medical, or, okay, they want you to say you have some mental health issues, but on the back end, they're going to round them up in the end. This. Not only that, okay? We talked about the medicine not being able to be available. No hospitals. We talked about these things. So those of you that have cut down on the medication that you were using to do whatever, and God has healed your body, he knew this was coming. A lot of people are going to pass away just because they can't get their medicine. You hear me? And they're not even letting people know these programs is closing. Rika, I definitely wouldn't have purchased the items to prep, stocked up, or stored up things for real. Rika, is this not everything we talked about since in 2022 though? All them people that called me crazy and said I was a false prophet, I said, listen, whoever gonna be ready. But I guarantee you, everything that you see right now, all these extra food stamps, everything, first they gonna cut it, then it's gonna go away. Is that not what's happening? First they cut it, because everybody was getting the extra stamps and this and that for COVID. Boom, they cut the extra stamps, and now they're cutting the food stamps. They're cutting housing. They're cutting medical care. They're cutting school lunches and all of this. You said I had gallstones. Now I don't even have those issues anymore. Learn how to heal my family at home. My cousin has diabetes. One of his meds is unavailable. Listen. I don't even go back and forth with no one. I say, when you hear it on the news, it's too late. And I'm on Section 8 and having issues with the landlord. The housing authority ain't doing nothing about it. So they probably know what's coming. It's sad for real. Coming to WOU has helped me a lot. We have our own bank, food, water. Because that's it. Got it. Yeah. Yes, I thought I was doing too much getting stuff, but Dad said, trust me and look at, Listen, people still don't realize they're on Medicare because the name of their insurance. I'm trying to tell you. Let me go get my coffee. Hold on, y'all. I'm so happy. I prayed last night. I said, God, I want to be productive tomorrow. I don't want to just have class. I need to do some stuff around this house. I got up at 4 o'clock and been going ever since. Like when my house smell like fresh laundry. Okay. Listen. You remember I said you sad right now, but in a minute you won't be. I said, I know this stuff is crazy to listen to right now. I said, but I promise you, it won't be. You're going to be so happy you did in just a minute. I feel so bad, but my job has rejected a whole pallet, all kind of food and supplies, and they were going to throw it out. I prayed about it, and the power went out, and on the cameras, my husband had got it. Uh-oh. I used to say the same thing. My dad would always say, keep going for diabetes. Okay. A doctor on TV said years ago to try and be on as less medication as possible. Yeah. Military health insurance is Medicaid and Medicare. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We do. I was the same yesterday, been dehydrating all week and organizing because I don't know what's to come. This part. All of that. That's why I feel led to go home with my babies is at too. That's why I keep telling you I've been thinking about it since last year. Hey, family, good morning, blessings. Love you. Hey, had to borrow my grandson's tablet. Everything is being cut. My electronics keep acting up. Here I am. This part. They stopped my son, ABA. Also, I spoke to a lady that worked for Molina, and she said stop for mental health and giving meds for mental and therapy and psychiatrists. Interesting. I'm a Section 8 recipient, so I'm grateful to be here and warm because they cracking down on it for real. They have went up on my rent and everything, even though I'm not working, but 2 of my kids do. Listen, sis, can I ask you a question? Anybody, no matter what assistance you get, you cannot tell me that even though this information is scary, think about the people that didn't hear God's voice when he was telling everybody when everything was good. You cannot tell me you don't see the second half of the 3.5 years. God said the first 3.5 years was going to be good. So if it started between 2020 and 2021, how lost I would have been. Listen, everything is happening. Literally been talking to Nicole about moving out of Florida to a less populated area. This, sis. And think about the people that wouldn't listen. I know for 3 years, y'all been talking to folks. Yes, eyes open more today than in 2020. Come on. And I was wondering why I got my letter saying that my workers no longer want to be my worker for Section 8. Uh-oh. And I've been having... Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Section 8. Oh, you've been having Section 8 since 2010. Listen. So, if you don't tell God thank you today in your journal, I don't care if you just write thank you, 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 because we can't even thank him for all the stuff that he told us prior to. All the days we went to the store, he said, get 2 extra green beans. When he told you don't spend that money on a bottle, go get this. When he told you don't get your hair done, go get that. Like, my sister tried to get me to sign my son up for disability, and I put him in the system for autism. Some of my spirit didn't allow me to do it. I see now why. My eyes and ears is wide open since coming here and learning. Listen, Miss Lady. It is, and I know a lot of people that's in HUD in Section 8. I tried to tell them what was to come. They didn't want to hear it. They kept saying it wasn't going to happen. Okay. Think about all the churches that they pastors told them they wasn't going to be here for this family. They here. They're here while people are being corralled into concentration camps. They are here. I used to fuss, but now I'm grateful. Uh-oh. Why is Thea so mean? She's always yelling at us, telling us to get our stuff. I can't buy anything. Look at these cute shoes. Put them back. Isabel, don't buy it. Go over there and get some survival food. The shock on their faces when it all goes down. It's going down now. People still saying they're not going to be here, but ... Drum roll, please. I know I used to get on y'all nerves. I know I did. I didn't care. I did not care. Every single day. Get your stuff. Hurry up. I know you don't believe it. Y'all think I'm crazy. I don't care. Get your stuff. You said yes. I haven't been to myself since 2022. No birthday, no vacation, no nothing. Listen, but it will be worth it. It sure is. Look like they missed the rapture train. Okay. Okay. I said the person that love you gonna keep telling you what you don't want to hear. Because they want you to be okay, whether you want to listen or not. Hello. I don't care if you got a small generator. You got one. I don't care if you just got a little bit of survival food and a whole bunch of dehydrated. You got something. They saying in 3 to 4 months, our world is going to look very, very different. And I kept telling y'all in 2022, from now until our world is about to be changing. Just so you know, I'm so grateful. You said you don't care what people think or said. Listen, and went through with the mess to make sure we good. I love you. Yeah. Yeah. I love y'all for real, for real. And love don't look like what they tell us it look like. Love look like get your and get to the store. And don't spend no more money on nothing that you don't need. I don't care. Love come through there tearing up stuff to rebuild it. You hear me? Love is going to peel them scales off your eyes and take them earplugs out. Do you see what's going on? Get up. Hurry up. We don't got that much time. Hello. And now you see why I said I couldn't, Lord forgive me, I couldn't sit up in them churches no more with God screaming in my ear all of this stuff that's going on. And y'all said he's saying, no. All these people ain't ready. My family's always saying what can we do about it? God will take care of it. Oh. I ain't never seen a love like this before. Dang. Listen, oh, Pumpkin, I love you. You hear me? Because most people that say they love you, they'll let you ruin your life. Not over here. Get yourself together. I used to be frustrated in class because it wasn't looking like I was going to be able to get those things you talked about. But God made a way. I don't have everything, but I have a lot, and I need more space. Oh, for the food, from the food banks. Oh, so the space that you have is overflowing? Hello. You said the space that you have is overflowing. That's what you said. You got an abundance. Hello. With no job and no whatever else you said was going on different times. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What'd I tell y'all? I said people want to talk crazy, but God took me out of work. But he took care of me when he took me out of work. No matter what, whether it was taking care of me by paying my hotel, taking care of me by paying whatever it was, having somebody send some food, bring some laundry soap, whatever I needed, and some of my wants was taken care of. So God didn't have me tell y'all that testimony for nothing, because some of you have lived that testimony since you've been here. Some of y'all was working when y'all came here, now you're not. Some of y'all wasn't working when you came here, and now you are. Some of y'all was in different situations, but no matter what is going on, whether you had to get evicted, move jobs, the husband lost job, you lost job, whatever, God is taking care of it all the way through. And it might not have came from the people you was used to getting it from. Could have came from a WOIU, or could have came from a check in the mail, could have came from a lot of things. God will make a way. He always come through for me. Listen, same here. My job used to be so stressful. Working weeks with no days off, and God been taking care of all my needs. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm able to give to others. Listen, I need this is more than had somebody come and take away 2 bags that they needed. Hold on. So you not working, and you was able to give somebody 2 bags of food. That's what you said. See, they'll tell you that if you're not working, you shouldn't have a surplus of anything. You shouldn't have nothing to give away. But ain't it crazy that the people that talk crazy to you about not having a job or whatever else it is that your job isn't their job, you always be having more to give away than them. Matter of fact, you be helping some of them. And I'm not saying it's anything against having a job, but I'll keep telling y'all how he do. Somebody come say, oh, you only make such and such on your job, and yet I still have money to lend to you, and you make more than me. Clock that T. Here we go. You ain't got no car yet. You got a car, but you over here asking me to give you $20 in gas. I just want you to make it make sense. Moving on. Might not have all the bells and whistles, but everything that I need is provided for. That's what's most important, because what good is it having all of this stuff and you stressed out about how to try to keep it? Listen. That's why I just told my niece the other day, I said, baby, once your TT realize that they going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad, I stopped giving a fertilizer after that. Because when I was doing good, they had something to say. When I was doing bad, I said, oh, so no matter how it go, they going to have something to say. Well, then let me just live my life then. I turned my spare room into a pantry. Keep a spend a night bag at home. Ain't no temporary shelter over here, that part. That part. I'm getting tired. It's time for you guys to go. That's what my neighbor asked me. She said she be watching me after she knows. Interesting. She said you don't be driving your car. She don't see you at work. Interesting. This is my thing. I'm just grateful. Dad, he definitely do. He definitely do take care of us. So listen. I think I lost the page. Darned it. We're going to do a little bit of this right here, and then I'm going to let y'all go, because I know y'all probably chilling from the holiday. It's some vocabulary I want to give y'all that I found. And I said I think this would be good for class. I closed this and I wasn't supposed to. Gosh darn it. Hold on, y'all. Girl, something told me to put a marker on it too, and I did it. What the heck? Well, hold on, y'all. What the heck? It might not even be in this book. It might be in my other one. But I could have sworn it was in this one. Ah, Y'all ready? For real. I'm grateful for him, honey. That's what I said. I don't be caring. People be like, all you think about is negative stuff. Remember I told y'all my friend used to tell me I was macabre? I said, well, I'll be trying to prepare people for what's coming so they don't have to be terrified. But if that's macabre to you, then I'll take it. Remember I told y'all? People used to be like, all you think about is negative stuff. I said, it ain't negative. You just don't want to hear it now because your life is real, real good. But what about when it ain't? What about when these stores don't open back up and all of this stuff? What about that? No? You don't want to talk about that? Good. Because I'm not going to want to talk about it when it's happening. And I think that's why a lot of people probably sneak into my lives and watch. Because they know they called me crazy. But now every single thing that I was sending to their phones and trying to tell them, this was years ago. Guess what? It's all happening. Every bit of it. So I got some, a couple words for y'all. This was my study from 7/16 of 2021 at 4 o'clock in the morning. Y'all want to do just a little bit of vocabulary, and then I'm going to let y'all go. I'll probably get back on later. He has given us food, so I won't have to mess with my survival food provisions. He is sustaining us in this time of need. Girl, I'm trying to tell you. Do you remember when I said this is the time that you see the miracles? If you don't never have trouble, how you know he gonna do it? There's no way I could get on here and tell people, listen, I know you don't have a job, or you know your husband left, or whatever it is. I know you got an eviction notice. He still already got a place for you to go. he already got a place for you to go. If he move you out of one place, it's somewhere else he got. You see what I'm saying? This is another reason why I realize with the devil, he'll have you asking people that don't have no intentions on helping and whatever this is, or talking to people that can't help. He said, talk to me first, and then I'll just send the people that you need to help. You hear me? In whatever that is, your car, everything, every single thing you need. You hear me? That's why, girl, folks are happy. Because what you think? Think about this. If we didn't have this faith for now, how we gonna have faith that God gonna keep us when they rounding up people and bombs is going off and all this stuff? How do we believe that God is gonna keep us? That He can cloak us in the woods and He gonna keep us safe? We gotta have faith that He can take care of us right now. It's a lot of people that's faking their faith because they ain't had to be, they've always had a great job and never had to really have nothing happen. So they don't really, their faith ain't been built up. You hear me? You hear me? So all of these times, whether before you got here or during, these trials and tribulations where God just let it come out of the air, we gonna have to believe the same thing for what's coming. Because in a minute, our world is not gonna look the same. But if He'll do this, then He'll do that. You hear me? This is our faith building experiences right now, y'all. Because when we get out into the woods and God tell us to take to the hills and we're not able to be here, we still gonna have to believe. But these small things are what's getting us to that. I ask God, if I see someone in need on the road, let me know it's okay to help them. Had me pull over yesterday. Pull over without a thought yesterday. He is intentional. Because if you want to help, he gonna give you an opportunity to do so. We are learning to hear the voice of God right now. That's going to be very important once they turn all this off. It's going to be very important. Very. If He say stay, you're going to have to know that's Him telling you to stay. If He tell you to go, that's how you're going to have to know that it's Him telling you to go. You hear me? And these are the times right now. You said, also I had a dream of a group of people in black was pulling up on people and grabbing them. I asked them why. They said it wasn't them that was doing it. It was Rafa or Rafa. Interesting. Interesting. That's funny you say that because I watched the what's that man name that did the podcast on confessionals? Did y'all watch the new one he did 3 weeks ago? It's real good. I gotta go back and watch it because that's what I fell asleep watching last night. But it's very interesting. He said faith is knowing the truth, not just belief in an idea. Come on. You hear me? Have y'all watched Ryan, what is his name? Whatever, Reynolds? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Reynolds, I think his name is something Reynolds. Have y'all watched the newest confessionals with him on there? Okay. Nathan Reynolds, that's his name. Okay, so y'all didn't already watch it. Y'all wasn't going to tell me? See how y'all be doing? I don't know if I should feel some type of way, Joy. Why you didn't text me and tell me to watch it too? Even though God already did. No, the man that's on the confessionals. No. Did I tell y'all to watch it yesterday? Oh, okay, I didn't remember. Sorry. Got to say. I couldn't even remember that I told y'all, so then I take it back. She said, wait a minute, what? I'm sorry, sis. Oh, okay. I was about to say, how y'all just gonna watch it without me? But I forgot I told y'all to watch it too. Okay. The day before yesterday. Okay, so I was gonna say, I don't think it was yesterday. But that's probably why I didn't remember 2 days ago. Yep, no. Okay. I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry. You want a piece of candy? I'm like, how you gonna watch it without me? Girl. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. Because I sure didn't remember telling y'all. I told y'all, this brain fog of mine is real. It's like I can go back and remember what happened 10 years ago, but yesterday, foggy. 6 hours ago, depending on how many things have happened since then, foggy. Foggy. You hear me? I'm okay with it. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. I didn't try it. I said, well, Dad, this is what it is. Oh, okay. Okay. Listen. Pray for me, y'all. Because I be having a lot of stuff I have to think about. Listen. It be a lot. I'm trying to tell you, y'all, my family, me, the stuff that's going on. Sometimes my mind just be all over the place. But here we go. All right. Y'all ready for your first vocabulary word? Sorry, sister. Thank you. Because my mind be a lot of places. I have a lot of people. Yeah, because I be having a lot of people. I believe we be connected. I believe that because be a lot of thoughts coming to my mind, and they probably be some stuff that's going on with y'all. Okay. All right. The first word is dissident. 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 What does it mean? And mind you, I studied this 7/16/2021. So it's about to be, what, 5 years? 4 years? In a couple of days. Dissident. What does it mean? I need y'all to write this down on something too, because I think these words are going to be very important. They were important now then, but they important now too. I love it here too. Thank y'all for letting me be a normal person and not expecting me to be perfect. I really do appreciate y'all for that. Uh-oh. What's the definition of dissident? Or dissident? I'm sorry. A person who opposes official policy, especially that of an authoritarian state. Excuse me. Okay. I need y'all to write this down. Do y'all feel like some of that's going on right now? Huh? Yes. Okay. There are going to be some people that are going to be dissident because we're under a different type of leadership. Okay. Okay. The next word is subversive. 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 What does it mean? Okay. Seeking or intended to subvert an established system or institution. Think it got anything to do with it right now? Hmm? No? You do. Loud and clear. Interesting. Our leader he falls under both of these, doesn't he? The Constitution and all of these things had already been established, and he's undoing them piece by piece, is he not? Intending to undermine or overthrow an established government. Is that what's happening right now, Miss Garcia? Okay. The next word is denigrate. D-E-N or denigrated. Either denigrate or denigrated. It's D-E-N-I-G-R-A-T-E-D. Denigrate or denigrated. What does it mean? It's so crazy that God had me look up these words in July of 2021 and they mean everything right now. So crazy. But what's for now is for now and for later. So here we go. Here's a later time. Same year. Same month, 4 years later. What's the definition of denigrate or denigrated? What we got? To criticize unfairly, to disparage, criticize unfairly. Oh, okay. To attack the reputation of. You said should have his picture following these definitions. Oh, is that not what he's doing? Attack the character or reputation or to defame. Do you see it? How is it that God gave me these specific words in July of 2021 and they mean everything now in July of 2025? Okay. One more. Actually, a few more. Revolutionary. Revolutionary. What's the definition to revolutionary? Uh-oh. Revolutionary, involving or causing a complete or dramatic change, engaged in promoting political revolution. Is that happening right now? A complete and drastic change to government or political issues? Are we having that right now? Hmm. Is it? Is that happening right now? God gave me these words 4 years ago on the 16th of this month. Okay? 4 years later, they mean everything to our life, which is so crazy. This is why I beg y'all to journal. Write down your words. If you're reading something and it pop up off the page, or you have to go back and kind of tilt your head at it, please write it down. Because it could help all of us. Okay? You hear me? Your homework for today, if you have time, is to go look up scriptures about the Pharisees and the Sadducees and how they stirred the people up against Jesus. It doesn't matter where you read it, what chapter, what book, whatever. I just want you to go and look at some stories about how the Pharisees and the Sadducees stirred up or instigated the people against Jesus and his disciples, okay? Can y'all do that for me? Yeah? Okay. So I'm not going to keep y'all. I'm going to get back to my laundry. I'm going to try to get back on later on. I probably will. But I'm going to finish doing my laundry. I got my last load in there, and then I'm going to wash my blanket and my pillowcases and stuff. Eat me some breakfast / brunch right now. Might fry me a potato with some eggs and some onions and stuff. Do all that. So we going to see what's make me a scramble probably is what I'm about to do. Okay. So I love y'all. I'm happy y'all okay. I also am thankful that you all listened. And we don't know what God is going to do and how he's going to do it. But we are prepared at least for the worst. Trying to. Right? As best we can. Prepare for the worst. Which is one of the 7. What's the name? Never understood why the worst was one of the 7 leaders of this realm. But it makes sense now. Because the worst things... things that are worse than anybody's ever seen is getting ready to come. So it makes sense that he's one of the leaders, right? Deceit and all of those 7 that are connected, the 7 rulers of darkness, looks like they're showing up here. No? Because guess what I kept seeing? With that flood, people kept saying this has never happened before. Y'all seen that? They kept saying this has never happened before. Didn't we say we need to be listening for when they say this has never happened before? Never, 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 never. Y'all been hearing a lot of nevers in all of these different places where things are happening. They're saying this has never happened before. You said real clear. All 7 are here now. Okay. Still don't think it was important to read the Testament of Solomon. You said, yes, I was just going to type that. You all in my head. Okay. All of these lost books that everybody told you weren't important to your salvation, very important to your salvation. Very important to you understanding what is happening now. This is why a lot of people are like, oh no, that's not in the Bible. That doesn't mean that it wasn't unprecedented. Listen, going to go get some supplies this weekend. Good job. Good job. So I love y'all. I'm gonna go probably I've been up since 4. It was very important as everything else we learned here. Listen, just as important for real. Right? Because reading the sibling oracles about the things to come. Everything. I love it. About the other names of the nations and all of those different things. So yeah. To those of you that even though it started out pretty corny, I watched Iron Sky. Y'all know about the movie Iron Sky that came out in 2012? I saw somebody posted it on TikTok yesterday, so I went and watched it. And I got to finish watching that too, because that's the first nap I had. The second nap was Nathan Reynolds, so I'll be going back over both of those today. But if you get a chance, I think it's on Prime, if you have it. Okay. Iron Sky, very interesting. Very, 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 very. Okay. Love y'all too. Iron Sky. If you can watch it today, earlier, it'd be great. Okay? So find a story about the Sadducees and Pharisees, how they stirred up the people. Take notes. Look at the dates and time and everything. Take notes. Pay attention. That's what I'm about to put on while I cook. I'm going to finish watching that because I fell asleep on it yesterday. I was tired. I needed some rest. Okay, so Iron Sky, and then some scriptures about the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and then writing those definitions down, okay? And then if you haven't got a chance to watch Nathan Reynolds' newest thing on the confessionals, that too, okay? I love y'all.